Hello and welcome. So I am going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Friday the 7th of November 2025, and today's setter is Kybos, I don't know how you say it really, Kybos. And this is a relative, well, I say it's a new setter. We had one puzzle from Kybos so far, which was back in September, and I scraped under 23 minutes. It was successful. I was just looking back at the grid, and we had the word haulage coming down here that I remember struggling, and I think there were a couple of words off of that therefore that were difficult. I don't know. I think I was probably about 17, 18 minutes with a bit of struggling that last bit. So I don't think this is going to be particularly easy. It is a Friday as well, which probably adds to the theory that it may not be an easy puzzle, but I did get it done last time, so hopefully that's possible. And to be fair, pretty much everything in the grid I knew. Nessie and PSI and haulage were probably the outlying words that were a bit, I wouldn't say they were obscure by any means. I know them all. So, but yeah. So there we go. Right. I'm going to reset the timer and crack on. Error by staff installing a route to service station. Is that a slip? I thought that was a slip road, but I can't start a rod with an A in it. Yeah. Block source of problematic moisture. Damp. Okay. Large set of keys regularly split a new ring. Accept keys regularly. I can't see where this P's coming from. Agrees. Rises verbally. Can't see that. This one. Supplement. Add. Guided. Addled. Yes, I addled last week somewhere. This one. Control of trance, writhing around. Is that an anagram? It's too many letters for an anagram, isn't it? 6, 7, and a lot more. Writhing around, return to life. So it's an anagram of reincarnation? Reincarnate? Where's the I come from? Rain. I'll just put reincarnate, let's stick it in. The answer again like this is I'm actually not. Taking tops off and immersing ourselves, love invigorating dip. Taking tops off and immersing ourselves. Aeolii. Okay, let's spell it right. A-I-O-L-I. Some kind of sauce, I believe, which is always a dip. Pale like a Welsh steam train. Ivory. I suppose ivory, yep. This one, perhaps eels. Back is crucial. I assume back half. I'm looking at Y thinking backward hidden word of E-Y-Y-E-Y. No, I'm looking in the wrong place, that's why. Your. Roy. Back. Half is crucial. Perhaps eel. I think I'm looking at it wrongly. Eel's a donkey, isn't it? I was trying for hidden now, so it got stuck. King left. Bathed in remaining. I see spare for sparkle, wasn't it? There we go. Bored, overcome by problem bar nights. Embark. Now that kind of bored. That's a good clue. I like that. This one, getting gradually louder. Crocs need exercising. Crescendo. There we are. What is that? Piano keys. Large set of keys. Regularly split. Oh, it's there. It's that part of the regulars down there. Wow. Okay. So Dead Sea. Spooner's Dead Sea said D. Declared river. Yep. River D. Agrees verbally. Ascents. Rises. Rises verbally would be with a C, wouldn't it? Ascents, like, yeah, the S is checked anyway. Go each April, travelling around group of islands. Go each April, EAPR, travelling, oh, it's just an anagram, is it? Go each April. What's a group of islands? Can't think what it is. Archipelago, there it is. Archipelago. Right, we're into the bottom half. Origins of trees and ends of trees. Oh, really? One of those is going to be origins of trees. Flora, fauna, bark, roots. Sergeant lacking some energy. Spilled rum. Ooh, lacking some energy. Spilled rum. Sergeant, don't do that. Sergeant, no. Appearance of couple with no power is a duo, is a pair. There's an air, yep. This one over here. Botanists exploring Greek initially uncovered Ionian. Begonia, there it is, begonia. Pressure, amateur to perform, play. Pub with 0 VAT. First in Essex to modify. That's in VAT E. Oh, where have I gone? I'm not there somewhere. Come back. There we are. Mother gets to bottom of a right aroma. Is that? Must be. Renovate and or decorate and or. Oh gosh, what's that? NDR. Adorn. Okay. Those two are looking a bit. Ooh, right. Let's go from there to there. Show hoax, proof of qualification briefly. Show is out. Oh, no. Let's look at this. Heading north, speed, pace, recap. Funny process transformed as a grim job is whoa, what's that going to be? Fussy process, sorry. Must be an anagram, mustn't it? Process? No, transformed a grim job. Okay, just an anagram of a grim job, which is a. Is it? No, that's not enough letters. A grim. Transformed a grim. Grim job. Post. What's this one again? Show proof of hoax is a con. Con. Show is to contend, concern. Con. Qualification is a don't know, diploma. Soothe the sun frequently is soften. Okay, so let's look at this one. Transformed a grim. Oh, it's what's that? It's a chore, fussy process. Rigmarole. Rigmarole. There we are. Oh, what's this going to be? 5 minutes 47 to there. That's good. Show hoax. I can get rid of it. Stay up there, can't I? Show is to convert. Proof qualification is assert. Concert. Yes, a concert's a show, isn't it? Origins of trees. Is that T? And ends of trees. Ashes. To ashes. And this one. A sergeant lacking some energy spilled. Is it just an anagram without that? I think it is, isn't it? Which is rum is. What have I got? S. I'm going to have to write this down. SEAR. Without any. There's an E at the bottom. It's 7 letters and sergeant is 8. Okay. GNT. I've lost a letter somewhere. Sergeant. Sergeant. I'm going to have to. I'm going to write that out again. Right. In fact, I'm going to write it out horizontally first. RNE. Range then. SERGEANT. Get rid of the N. Get rid of the R. Get rid of the E. SGAT. I'm looking for rum, I suppose. I thought range, didn't I? Range doesn't work. I need the A to be there, probably. Tar. Then I need the A there as well. Strange. Oh, they are. Strange. That was easy. Origins of trees and tissues. Ends of trees. Ends of trees are S. Trees are. Origins are. What have we got? Trees. So ashes, willows. Origins. Need a word for origins. Ends would be an ES, would it be? Pines. Ends of trees would be T, wouldn't it? Ends of trees would be TS. First. Boom. 819. Very nice. Wow, okay, that's the 4th sub 10 of the week. Wow, I don't know, I've had one of those weeks before. I think I have. I've had a 3 in a row at some point. But yeah, 4 out of 5. Just the middle Wednesday was a bit of a slowy. And actually, to be fair, Unraveling Strange was a bit of a slowy as well. Right, let's go through those clues. That was a nice puzzle from Kybos. I'm going to call it Kybos. I'm going to call him he because that's simpler. Right, an error is a slip, a staff, so think of a rod, that kind of staff, not people, a rod, big wooden staff. Installing an A, put an A into rod gives you the slip road, which is a route to the service station. To block something up is to dam it. Source of problematic is the P from problematic, and moisture is damp. Right, taking tops off, so we've got an acrostic here of and immersing ourselves, loving, invigorating, and that gives aioli. I'm not sure if that's what it's aioli, which is a dip. I think it's also kind of an oil that you put, a salad dressing oil kind of thing. See that come up from time to time. It's a horrible word to spell, so having it as an acrostic is perfect. Right, fortunately I didn't see the word spooner until after I'd got body of water being a sea and then filling in dead. So yeah, the Dead Sea is a body of water. Spoonerism, you swap the things, so Dead Sea becomes said D, so the river D, and declared is said. Spoonerism, ugh. Right, perhaps Eeyore. Well, Eeyore was a donkey, so his back half would be the key, not the don, so key is crucial. Getting gradually louder is a crescendo, and crescendo is an anagram of Crocs need. Exercising is your anagram indicator. To emboard is to embark. Overcome by is your hidden word indicator that across problem bar nights is embark. Right, origins are firsts, trees are furs, and the ends of trees, well, it's the T and the S at the end of that word. Right, a fussy process is a rigmarole. Transformed is your anagram indicator that we need to transform a grim to get the first half of the answer, and then a job is a role. An appearance is an air, has an air of this, an appearance of that. A couple is a pair, take the P for power off, no power. Right, a concert is a show, that's your definition. A hoax is a con, and proof of qualification briefly is a certificate, I would have said, or certificate really. Normally when you shorten words like briefly, it just means take one letter off, so I suppose you do see cert as you talk about what are your certs, but that's just a bit of slangism, I'd have said. I don't know if you see it though as an abbreviation anywhere. Anyway, that's how it breaks down. To renovate is your anagram indicator that we need an anagram of and or, which gives us adorn, and to adorn is to decorate. Ooh, let's scroll down for these last couple. P for pressure is a standard abbreviation. Amateur is lay, and to perform is to play. The pub is an inn. Zero is an O, VAT is in the clue, and first in Essex is E for Essex, and to modernise is to innovate. Pub with zero VAT, first in Essex. Very good. First in Essex to modernise. Brilliant. I mean, the surfaces of these puzzles are great. Right, king left, so K and L. Bathed in, so put them into remaining. Well, the remaining is the spare, which gives you a sparkle, which is glittering light. Pale is ivory. Okay, not a definition I'd have been familiar with, but a little Welsh steam train. So yeah, I remember watching Ivor the Engine on telly. Well, when I was a kid, back in the 70s, 80s, it used to come on somewhere around 5:30, before Neighbours took over in that time slot. Anyway, like is saying it's going to end in a Y because Ivor was the Welsh steam train. So if it's like him, then it's ivory. To control is to reign, and then we've got an anagram of a trance. Writhing is your anagram indicator, writhing around, sorry, and to return to life is to reincarnate. To supplement is to add. Guided is led, and confused is addled. Agrees is assents. We've got a sound like a rises, so verbally you'll sound like indicator. Rises is a sense with a C for the second, the second S. Large set of keys, yeah, quite literally a piano is a large set of keys, isn't it? 88 of them, I think, or 88 whites, I'm not sure. Regularly split, so the P and the I, second and fourth letters are split. A is in the clue, N for new, and O for O is a ring shape. Right, what we got here? We've got anagram of go each April. travelling around is your anagram indicator, and an archipelago is a group of islands. Very familiar word that, right? I'm not saying very familiar, it's not because I've been to archipelagos or anything particularly, but sort of a good crossword clue. And when you see 11, see 11 letters for a group of islands, there's not many other things that are going to go in there. Right, we've got another. We've got a bit of a cross to start with. Botanists exploring Greece is the beg part. Initially, excuse me. Excuse me. Initially, it's saying take that beg. Uncover Ionian means take the I and the N off of it to leave the onia part, which gives you the begonia, which is a flowering plant. Sergeant is an anagram of strange, but we need to take out one of the E's, so lacking some energy, so don't take up both E's but take one out. Spilled is your anagram indicator, and strange is rum. And we've got a couple more down here. To soothe is to soften. S for sun, standard abbreviation, and frequently is often. Heading north is saying put the answer upwards, so to speak. So we've got speed is pace, and regulator run over. Yeah, regulator must be an R. Speed regulator is a pacer. So put that upwards, gives you recap, which is to run over something again. I'm just looking at that clue actually, because there's heading north, speed regulator, run over again. Quite a funny answer, surface. But there's also, if I not just bung that straight in, you've got the R for run, O for over. There's some things there to confuse you. N for north. There's a few abbreviations that you might have been wanting to put in there. Right. As I say, run over again is to recap. That's your definition. Mother is ma. Gets to the bottom of, and then we've got A in the clue, R for right, O for old. So put ma underneath. That gives you aroma, which is a smell. So there we go. All done. 8:19. Probably I think those last three I was down to on a concert first and strange. I was down to in under 6, and then just really slowed by strange particularly. But hey, that was a good little puzzle on Kybos, and yeah, great surfaces here. Just looking through them actually. Large set of keys, regularly split a new ring. Yeah, wow. And that's to do with gives you a piano somehow. Just looking to see if there's any kind of theme to it. Can't see one, so I think it's time to wrap up and say goodbye and thank you for watching.